Okay, today is Monday, April 19th. Gosh, is that possible? Ah, okay, here we go. Setting ourselves up for the beginning of a week. Monday's such a great day to come to center, come back to a state of balance and harmony, and set the stage for the rest of the week. It certainly sets the stage for me, no doubt. So feet together touching, hands together in prayer posture, and bring them in where your thumbs, sort of the meaty part of your thumbs, are touching right in heart center. Oh, let me let Nan in. So bring the hands in so they're touching, the meaty part of the thumbs touching heart center, feet together, and begin the cleansing breath, that sacred cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, down deep into the belly, past the chest, way past the chest, down deep into the belly. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you make that sound, that hot, audible exhale, like you're fogging up glasses. Inhale, deep into the belly, exhale. Bring the belly into the spine and slightly up at the end. That just tones it and also activates the diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Always good to start, if you have the time, with those just three cleansing breaths like that. Just to, it's already, as soon as the mind hears it, it starts pulling you back into balance. Pulls the body into parasympathetic rest digest mode, and the central nervous system starts to just calm down and feel safe. Hands down at your sides. Hold on, let me just mute. There we go. Hands down at your sides. Bend both knees, balance before you balance. Step out, flat, empty foot, empty. And then just sink into that leg side to side and just let the body move, kind of like a piece of pasta. Just let it move, let it unravel. A little bit of front to back, just a little front to back for a moment. Just rocking from the balls of the feet back to the heels a few times. Come to Wuchi. Feel the 5 bows. Sink the sacrum down into earth. Feel the sky hook pulling the head and spine, elongating up. Chin gets pulled in. So the spine is long, the spine is the chain, and the sacrum is down. It's the anchor. Feel the feet bottoms. Feel the roundness in the knees. There's a slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the elbows. And there's your 5 bows. Just let the body just move around a little bit. Knows what it needs. And let's tap. Let's tap in. Down the inside, cup the hand, remember, up the outside. Don't forget shoulder blade. Use your other hand to help you. Energy gate right under the shoulder blade. Armpit massage. A little lymph massage. Armpit down to waist. Drum the ribs. Other side, down the inside, up the outside. Shoulder blade. Just move that stagnant or blocked energy. Armpit, get in there. Breathe. Blow it all off. You're moving stagnant energy, so you want to exhale. Make sure you're blowing it out of the system. From the ribs. Thymus thump. Get underneath the collarbones, right in here. Those lymph nodes in there. I told you I learned this from a massage therapist who specialized in lymphatic massage specifically. And she said, this is one of the best ones you can do for yourself, is get those lymph nodes right under the collarbone, because we can reach them so easily. That, and of course, armpits as well. And then brush down vagus nerve. This is just calming in and of itself. If you're ever stressed out, just brush down vagus nerve. Take your 5 fingers, put them on solar plexus, and just breathe. Let's breathe once or twice. Just sending a signal up to my brain to calm down. Another great one to use, all 5 fingers, just like this, on solar plexus, and breathe. Dantian, snap. Gentle fist, drum kidneys and adrenals. Lean forward slightly. Rub. Sacrum. Wake that sacrum up. As we know, it's super important. And legs. Don't forget the ankles and the Achilles heel, super important. Longevity points. If your knees are bothering you, give a little bit extra rub, and then a tap, and a rub and a tap. And other side, when you're ready. Take your time. I always wait for everybody at the end to finish up. I can see if people are still tapping. So just really do what the body needs here. May need some extra tapping in certain areas. And when you're done, we come back to Uchi. And we take a cleansing breath just to blow off any of that extra stagnant energy, just keeping the energy moving. So now we opened up some of that stagnant or blocked energy in the body, and next we just want to bounce and shake, just to shake off that energy. Remember, in and out through the nose. Back to Uchi. Good. Let the body move in between. Just let it float. Just wants to recalibrate. And we'll do one more of those. Muscles even more relaxed this time. Muscles just hanging from the bone loosely, real relaxed. I find the second one a bit more relaxed than the first one. It's like the first one is sort of a warm-up. Tap the heels a couple of times, just once or twice. Back to Uchi. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let the body move. Bring the feet together, and we're just going to do one tension and release. We're just going to squeeze the whole body. I'll verbally say it first. We're going to squeeze everything in the body. I'm like this, squeeze everything. And then we're going to immediately purse the lips and blow it off. We're not holding the breath. There's just this moment where we're inhaling and squeezing, and then immediately, it's like kinking a garden hose and then just releasing it. So let's just do one tension and release. So here we go. Inhale as you squeeze. And exhale. Good, let the body go. That's just getting rid of any excess tension the body may have. And then right into whole body breathing, using the breath to marry the mind with the mind and the body. Inhale. Exhale. Wrists, fingers, hands, super relaxed, loose, like they're flowing in water. And back to nose breathing now. Tongue on tip of tongue on roof of mouth behind front teeth. That was a tongue twister for me today. Back to the nose breathing. Sometimes even in the nose breathing, I may breathe loud. And that's really just so my mind can hear that breath and just tell my central nervous system, all is well, you can relax, don't have to be tense. Next, exhale, bring the hands together like you're going to lift up this ball of chi, bring it up to heart center, and we'll do a little bit of whole body breathing right at heart center. Just to feel the difference. Inhale. Exhale. Feel like your hands are like in your heart. They're inside your body. Just massaging your heart, softening, releasing, letting go of any holdings. So many of us, we hold in the heart region. Just going to let that all go. Let it flow down into earth where it neutralizes. Grab that ball of chi. One more spot. Notice what we're doing. We're breathing at all three dantiyans. Lower, middle, upper. Palms are facing third eye or upper dantian, and just breathe a little bit here. Exhale. Inhale, hands come away. Exhale, they come towards. Again, third eye, upper dantian. Just doing a little bit of breathing. Next exhale, palms turn towards each other, and notice my hips. I'm starting to rotate my hips, and that's rotating my arms. I'm just polishing the golden ball that I created between my hands. And now I'm starting to lower them through all three energy centers and chakras, just lowering it, just like this. Notice my body's just going side to side. I'm folding at the qua, just using my qua, groin, to just roll, polish the ball, till I get right down to lower dantian. Hold that ball down at dantian for a moment. Feel the hands connecting, like a triangle going on down here. Lower dantian, palms of my hands, all making this energetic connection. And then we're going to go right into spinal cord breathing. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back like a turtle. Sink the chest, tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, go at the speed of your respiration here. I'm going a little slower because I'm talking. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis. Body should create a C curve, just like this. Notice there's that little C curve. Show you, I'll do a few from the side. Last one, exhale, let the hands settle. Right back down to Wu Chi, and then let the arms go up and around to, this is dragon looks behind. Slightly pigeon toe the feet, just a slight pigeon toe as the arms come around. Front hand lands on shoulder notch, back hand lands on kidney. No specific spot, but just a general area on the back kidney, front shoulder notch. Open, arms come around. This is just like gazing at the moon. We're rotating just the same kind of way on the center axis of the spine, like a revolving door or turning the post. Very similar. I'm not shifting my weight at all. I'm rotating on the center axis. Again, just like a revolving door like in an airport. My spine is the center post. My flesh out to my skin is the area that the people walk into. Think of it like that. And I'm rotating around that center axis. The pigeon toe just allows a little bit more movement. If that bothers your knees in any way, for me it feels better. But if it bothers your knees, just bring your feet back to parallel instead of pigeon toe. All good. And relax. Come to center. Inhale, washboard. Exhale. Inhale. Push it down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then bow, shoot, arrow. Qigong. Come right into here. Arms up. Bend bow. Shoot the arrow. Notice the change in my wrist. Suck in, absorb, bend bow. My spine. Shoot the arrow. My hands come straight out like this. Little change in the wrist. Pushing out. Bend bow. Shoot. Bend bow. This is a wonderful Qigong, bend bow, shoot arrow to do. To train the spine to be the bow that bends, and to train the qua, the groin area, to fold in as the pelvis goes back in space. Notice I'm going back in space with my pelvis, and then forward in space. Arms are just coming along for the ride. Not much going on with my arms. They're really just being sucked in, Liu, and then G. Liu, suck in. G, push straight out. Liu, let me see you from the front. G. Bend bow, shoot. Bend bow, shoot. One more, bend bow, shoot. Bend bow, push down, on. Bring the hands up, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and straight out. This is tendon stretching exercise. Straight out, my hand is out like this, just straight out, relaxed, but not bent at the wrists. Out, stretch everything like a rubber band, and then release it and relax. Come up on the tippy toes, stretch everything out, and relax. The stretch is just like a stretch in the morning, like you just woke up and you're just stretching in bed. It's not extreme, just a regular bed stretch, waking up in the morning, and relax. Stretch, let the rubber band stretch, and then let it pull back, and elbows and knees bend. Couple more of these. Stretch, bend. Stretch, bend. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Bring the hands in, relax them down. Good. Come into a horse stance. Do a little bit of work here. Anytime you feel the need to have a drink, please do. Again, always, if you can, do warm water, warm tea, whatever it is. Always good to put warm in Dantian when you're training. I read that in a few places. So let's just warm up here. Let's, we're going into, a rather difficult posture, horse stance. So we up and down, all the way down, go around your knees, up and down, around the knees, warm up those thighs. Good. This is part of the process. At the same time, double check. Make sure your knees are riding straight over your feet. Check for alignment. Good, excellent. Okay, so we're going to do a little bend bow, shoot arrow. This is a different bend bow, shoot arrow. There's a few QIGONGs called that. So this is another one. Come up, gentle fists. Forearms don't have to be touching, just be near each other. I come into a high horse, or this is called soft horse, which is high horse. Same thing. So I rise, and then I come down. Before you come down, let's just practice this movement for a moment. Just, shall we? Just for a moment. I want everyone to practice. This hand here is grabbing the string of the bow, and it's pulling back to shoulder notch, right here. This front hand makes one finger zen, and it goes out. I bend the wrist first, and it goes out. So I'm stretching all this fascia. So just before, just do this a couple times, just to train the body. Don't even move the legs, just train the body. And you see there's a push and a pull going on here. And what we don't want is this. This is common, or this. We're 50-50. Come together, other side. Make one finger zen. Now this hand is pulling the string of the bow. Just do that motion. Always good to practice the arms before you add the legs. Just kind of putting together pieces of a puzzle. This is just layering it in. Good. Oh, did you hear that? My wrist just cracked. See? From the stretching. This comes back to shoulder notch. This goes straight out. And then I'm going to be looking through here, right there. I'll be looking right through there into the distance. I may not because I'm watching the screen, but I want you all to look into the distance. So here we go, from high or soft horse. This is rise. And we root as we do the bend bow shoot arrow. Root, and now push pull as you root down. Get comfortable here. Move your feet, adjust, look through that finger or at the screen if you need to see yourself. Rise, forearms together. Make the one finger zen, get the backhand ready, and root, push, pull. Good. Rise. Root, push, pull. Rise. Root, push, pull. Rise. This is a great one to do in front of the mirror at another time because you can really see the deficits in a mirror. You can see if you're like this, or one arm's up or down, or if you're uneven. Mirror is a great teacher. You could even turn on your FaceTime or other type of camera on your computer that you're using right now, and you can just do it in front of your own computer screen, and you can check for deficits. Rise. Boy, this gives strong legs. Root. Rise. Root. Bend bow, shoot arrow. Rise. Root, bend bow, shoot. Rise. Bend bow, shoot. One more. Rise. Bend bow, shoot. Bring the hand around and palm over palm. I'm just like this. This is called Kung Fu Master. And just hold for a moment. If you have to come out of it or up and down, that's okay. Just working the legs, getting them stronger. If you have to move because they're burning, move a little bit. That's okay. Good. Now bring the hands in, fists at hips. Open the fists. You know where we're going with this one. Swallow skims the lake. I haven't done this one in a few sessions, so let's do it. One thing about swallow skims the lake I just wanted to say, hold a high horse stance here, soft, is that the feet may go a little bit like this during this motion, and allow them to move, allow them to adjust. It's not exact, but they may need to adjust depending on, so if I don't go real extreme, it could just be a lean. See how my feet are stationary and it's just a lean. That's fine. This is just the lean. My feet are not moving. If I go into a more advanced version, if you're ready for it, then watch. See my back foot? It adjusts because I'm going deeper. And it adjusted there. And it adjusts. And it adjusts. You don't have to do that. It's just another layer if you want to add it. If not, you can just keep the feet out to the corners, toes out the way they are in horse stance, and you can do it that way. This one, we also rise and root. We root as it skims the lake. We rise in our stance as it flies overhead. Okay, just a few things. Also, when you shoot it out, don't forget, it looks different on the screen, but when I shoot it out, it's right in line with my solar plexus, right around here. Okay? I know that's hard to pick up on the screen. It looks like I'm going like way over here offline, but I'm not. I'm actually going right in my center. That's another key point with this one that I think is hard to see when you're not in person. So let's use this hand first, if you'll mirror me, please. Shoot it out from solar plexus, root, skim the lake, rise, flies overhead, and back to the nest. Other one flies out, skims the lake as I root, rise up, flies overhead. Feel the stretch in here, and back to the nest. Let's try to make it smooth, but feel the stretch right here and the ribs and the lungs. Shoot it out. Again, I may go into a little bit more advanced where I'm letting the feet move. You can only do that if you're on a slippery surface. If you're not on a slippery surface, just do it like this. Just do the weight shift and don't move the feet. No stress on the knees. Root, back to the nest, shoot it out. Rise, root, shoot it out. Rise, flies overhead, root. Remember, when you come down, rib tips in, sacrum is down. I don't have a ski slope back. And rest, back to the nest. Okay, we're going to do last one in horse stance, and you can hold on here a little bit to support yourself. Last one is wagging the tail. I think it's tiger wags its tail or dragon. Somebody's wagging a tail, I don't know. Anyway, some martial animal is wagging a tail. Okay, so here we go. Hands here, totally fine to give yourself some support if you need it here. We're going to go to one corner, flat back like a table to the other corner. So one towards one foot to the other foot, up, and stay in that direction towards the corner, then back down here, up. So here we go. Come down this way. Try to get the back flat if you can, like a table. Come across to the other leg and come up. And I'm staying in this direction because I'm going back down towards that direction again. Flat table back and up. Breathe. This one's not easy. And up. Come across. You can totally support, put your hands wherever you need to on your thighs to support yourself. Not a problem. Couple more. And one more. Good. Come up. Walk the feet in, toes, heels, or heels, toes, however you like to do it. Shake the legs out a little bit. Little bit of crane. It's okay to use a chair or a wall for this one and just flap one arm. Just a little bit of balance work. Only lift the knee up to your level. Please work at your level. Totally fine. Just show you to do this. Nothing wrong with it. Still getting balance work, still getting leg strength. I just have a finger, 2 fingers on the chair. That's all. Work at your level, please, with this one. Don't need anyone toppling over. Hold on to a wall, chair, a countertop, a desk, anything you have nearby. Only lift the knee till you're level. Doesn't have to come all the way up. Unless you're ready for it to come all the way up, it will in time. If you want to add the breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Try to make this smooth, fluid, slow. Call this one crane. Couple more. One more. Put the hands down. Back to Wu Qi. Inhale. Let's do Tai Chi arms, or the first of the spinal Qigongs. Exhale. Inhale. Top of the wrist being pulled up by strings, never higher than the top of the shoulder. And then the hands come up over, connect with Ba Wei, fingertips with Ba Wei, right here. And then as they come down, it's elbows, wrists, fingers. Notice I'm going to add the pelvis. The pelvis is going to rock back in space as I come down on the exhale. Pelvis rocks forward in space on the inhale and back. The knees just naturally bend with the pelvis. Don't really focus on the knees, that they will bend and straighten along with the pelvis. Rest the hands, let them come back to Wu Qi, and we're going to go right into cloud hands, but without using the stepping method, just cloud hands alone. Come to this side to shift the weight. You may need to bring the feet in a little bit. Feet are about shoulders width apart or hips width, and I'm leaning in this direction here. So the outer hand, that would be the outer because I'm leaning that way. Outer hand always on top. When the hands pass, the inner hand passes right at the wristwatch. You have this motion going on. I love doing cloud hands this way. It's kind of fun. So here we go. Something, if I'm pushing down, remember in Tai Chi, something's sinking, something's floating. So I've got on, which is creating pung on the inside. On the outside, pung on the inside. Now I come over here, catch the ball. Palms connect energetically. Pung and on, pung and on. Turn the waist, catch the ball. Pung and on, turn waist, catch ball. Pung and on, turn waist, catch ball. Notice I'm also folding at the claw. Notice this fold going on here at my groin. Notice now I'm folding at this groin. Try to make this fluid. Now you see how you have to do it. Now just let go. Let go, relax into it. You got it. Trust. Now just make it slow, fluid. smooth, even. This is cloud hands, or also called outside parry, blocking something on the outside. That's the parry. Notice the bottom hand. Keep the bottom hand alive. Top and bottom hand are alive, filled with energy, filled with chi. If I was going to add the stepping, like in Yang style, I would wait till I had a full waist turn and then step. I'm not doing that method today, but I just want to show you full waist turn, all the weight in this leg, that's when I would step. Okay, you can't really step unless you've got the full waist turn and the full weight in one leg. Then the other leg is empty enough to step. And right here, hold, catch the ball, switch to inside parry, right here. Imagine I've got a tennis ball right in front of me, hanging from the ceiling, and I'm swatting it and swatting it, as the bottom hand is swatting away a kick to the groin. Inside parry. If I were to stand still, this is kind of like this. Look at my elbows. My shoulders are relaxed, but I'm adding the weight shift so it doesn't quite look like that. The weight shift changes the appearance a little bit. But the point is it's all in the elbows. The elbows are making circles here. I'm not doing this big movement with my shoulders. My shoulders are they're down, they're relaxed, they're not in use here. Keep the hands alive, swatting away a punch to the center line on the top hand, bottom hand swatting away a kick to the groin. Both hands very active in this movement. Very hard for somebody, if someone were to come on a center line punch, for them to get to you on this one, because you would just whack. You would just swat it away. And notice the hips are involved, and the waist turn, weight shift is involved. So that makes this even more powerful. If I'm shifting the weight and turning the waist, now the power in this block towards the center line is even more powerful. Relax the shoulders, all in the elbows, getting this beautiful circular movement going on in the elbows. Next one, relax the hands and go right into hands flowing through water. You all know this one too. The hands form a figure eight as they come around the corner. They come around this little loop here, shifting the weight. There's this moment where my body is already starting to shift and the hands are just following along. Body is shifting, hands following. Love this movement, so relaxing. Wonderful to do at night. Next time the hands come over here, let them come up. You can widen your stance a little bit here. Pushing against the chi one way, then pushing the other way. Push, push. Pushing one way at the top and the opposite way at the bottom. Again, the weight shift, moving the hands. All about the weight shift. My arms are nice and relaxed. My shoulders are down. Again, really just moving at the elbows. I'm making this oblong shape here. Not a circle, it's oblong, sideways. Right here, switch it. Beautiful exchange. Always looking for transitions to shift. Again, making that oblong shape, just in the opposite direction. Relax the hands. Next time they come around, just relax them. Palms up. Take a sip of water, please. I forgot to give everyone a water break. When you're ready, come into like a hip width stance with your feet. Palms up. You know what we're doing. A little bit of twisting teacups. We're going to come this way first, out to the sides. So here we go. Back, past the kidneys, out to the sides, trying to keep the palms up. Lean back as they come overhead like two lassos. Around, serve the tea. Past the kidneys. Overhead. Feel the spine stretching. Feel the ribs. Again, the tea can spill, but try not to spill the teacups. Imagine they're grandma's set, and you don't want to drop the whole teacup, but you don't mind spilling a little bit of tea. That's okay. Serve the tea right here. Getting hot. And come back. We're just reversing it. Coming back this way, up and around, and through, out to the sides. And now notice the hands are coming this way past the kidneys, forward, up, lean back so they can come overhead, out to the sides, and through. Up. Notice I'm just really making two figure eights. And yeah, my hands go on a little bit sideways here and there. Trying not to do that, but that's the spilling of the tea, a little spilling. But in general, we try to never let the palms go face down. I always say you can spill the tea, just don't drop the teacup. Feel that stretching in the belly, the ribs. One more. And land them. Good, excellent. A little bit of neurological working here where we're making new neural pathways. From this posture, you can hold a high, medium, low horse stance. Work at your level, please. Bring the hands in where we just landed them. Here, punch. My punch, by the way, is pretty low, like right around heart center, not way up here. I know it looks it in the screen, that's what's interesting. But it's heart center punch. This hand is in. This hand is in. Elbow back. Open. Again, this is working new neural pathways on this one, as well as the body, of course. Open. Now I want you to grab like you're grabbing somebody by the shirt and pulling them like this. That's the sensation, always towards the pinky. So if you were going to grab somebody, you'd never grab them this way towards the thumb, right? You wouldn't grab this way. You'd always grab towards the pinky this way. All right, so just imagine that's the sensation. Punch, open, grab the shirt. Notice I broke the wrist. That means bend. Broke means bend. Then one finger at a time. This is where the brain is kicking in, telling the body what to do. Pinky, next, next, next. Thumb last. Thumb over top, last. And then push and pull. Notice this hand corkscrews out. That's a strong punch, corkscrewing out. Open. Pinky, grab the shirt. One finger at a time. Pinky, next, next, next. That's called dog bite grip. Push, pull. Open. Grab the shirt. One finger at a time. And push, pull. I want you to burn a hole in your palm. Fist. Burn a hole in your fist with your concentration. Look at your fist. Tell it what to do. Nice and slow. Tell it what to do. That's where the mind is involved. Is concentration. Really concentrate, focus. Grab. One finger at a time. At the beginning, I did this really slow. It's getting a little easier. Open. Grab the shirt, one finger at a time, and push, pull. I was terrible at this when I first started, I'm going to be honest with you. This part right here, I was really struggling with. And that's where new neural pathways are being made in my brain to tell my hand, no, this is what and fingers, this is what I want you to do. But it takes a lot of concentration. Grab. One more. Punch. Open. Grab the shirt. Again, this took a long time for me to get there. And stand up, walk the feet in. Good. Now let's just wrap it up with a little bit of, good, got 10 minutes to do some mobility work. Let's lube those joints. I'm trying to touch down here at the wrists area, and I'm coming in. Notice my elbows. My elbows need to get out of the way. So I'm letting my elbows come out to the sides like this. Notice my back is a bit rounded. And I'm rounding my back just to allow for room for this to come through right here. Keep them touching. This is such a wonderful stretch for the wrists. Stop. Other way. Again, get your elbows out of the way. Break them apart. Don't worry. Break them apart. In, out. Let's not add the fingers yet. Let's layer it in. Out. Imagine I'm drawing 2 infinity signs. One here, one here. So I'm drawing these 2 infinity signs. Then I'm going to add the fingers when I can, if I can. If I can't add the fingers, I can just do this. I can just open hand it. That's good too. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're ready and you've been doing this one for a while, then you could add the fingers. That's the last layer of this one. But the first layer is this. You can stay at that layer. I encourage you to until you have the motion. Stay at the first layer. Don't go to the advanced layer yet. Reverse it. Notice my elbows are floating in space. My shoulders are super relaxed. And I just switched it. Again, 2 infinity signs. This one too, if I want to add the fingers, I can. But again, that's advanced. If not, here's the fingers for anyone who wants to try it. If not, here's the regular layer. Good. Now let that go. Let it go. Shake it out. Wrists. Regular old wrist circles. Nice and easy, wrist circles. Forward, forward. When you're going away from yourself, that's yang. Switch it in. Now I'm going towards myself, that's yin. Only found that out recently. Always learning something new. This is yin. Now, elbows away from you, away from you. Up and away, up and away. In. Just lubing the joints. Notice all the joint lubing comes with arcs, circles, infinity signs, figure eights. That's what it's all about. Lubing those joints. Good. Now, relax the arms, and we're going to warm up this way a little bit. Before we do this one, you know this one, but before we do it, we're doing a little bit of a warm-up. The arms are relaxed. I want you to just make forward circles and loosen this area up. And the shoulders, forward circles. Backward circles. Good. Relax. Arms out. Now remember this one, resist the urge to one, bend here. Also resist the urge to start flailing like this. I see this a lot in class, this sort of flailing. And so the arms are just coming along for the ride, but what's pulling and moving them is the shoulder blades. That's our goal. We're moving our shoulder blades like this, like a locomotive, right? One way, then the other way. And our goal is to massage our heart and lungs. So I'm on my knees, which is going to keep this really stable. But in a way, which is good and bad. When we start out, it's good to keep this stable, but then eventually you want to stand up and do this so that the ribs can engage. So let's just do it a little bit this way. Circles backwards. Imagine I'm walking my shoulder blades backwards in space. Arms just coming along for the ride. I'm not flailing all over the place, just coming back along for the ride. Forward. If your arms have to come out a little bit, like maybe they don't want to be here, they may want to be here. Okay, good. Follow it. Now watch, if I stand up, I get even more stuff moving in here. So, but it's fine to do this one, to loosen up the shoulder blades. It's fine to do it seated in a chair until you feel like you've loosened them. Backwards again. Feel the difference now that you're doing it again. A little bit looser. Forwards again. Don't want those to lock up. Relax the body. Good. All right, here we go. We're going to do 4 points of the hips, forward, backward, side, side, and then we'll do hip circles. Forward, backwards, forwards. This is just the warm-up. Mobility warm-up to the 4 points. Forward, backwards. Side to side. Side. Imagine you're doing the hustle, a little side to side bump, 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 bump. Now go right into very slow hip circles. If your lower back needs to adjust, all good. This stuff really works, I'll tell you. I took a fall and nose on Saturday, and I'm just fine. I kind of just went, I just relaxed. And I really believe it's because of this mobility work. I felt I was falling, and instead of fighting it and maybe really, pulling a shoulder, tearing the, a shoulder, and reverse it, tearing anything in my shoulder, a tendon in my shoulder, rotator, I should say, could have easily torn a rotator or something like this if I had tensed up. But instead, I just went like this. I just went like that. And I was a little sore, but I was amazed at how quickly it went away. One little Epsom salt bath, and I was golden. So this stuff really works. God forbid we do fall. Hopefully we can catch ourselves because our balance is so good from this work, but also this mobility work. It informs the joints. Hey, if something goes wrong, this is what you should do. Relax. Relax, don't go stiff. And I was able to do that without thinking, and I really attribute this work to, I'm not injured at all. Nothing at all. Feel great. Come back up to center. Good. And then let's do, okay, before we go to neck, hold on to a chair or something if you'd like. And ankle circles, super important. Ankles are so important. 5 to 7 one way, you count. 5 to 7 the other way. Other foot, when you're ready, take your time. Again, if you notice, watch your foot. If you notice that it's not a regular, like a smooth circle, and there's some glitching in there, well, that's a breakdown between mind and the foot. And work on that. You could work on it while you're sitting on the couch at night, watching TV. You could work on it in bed. I do ankle circles in bed every morning before I get out of bed. I do ankle circles. So it's something you can work on, and it will get better. Good. Neck. Never forget the neck. So critical. Okay. Shoulders up. Let's counteract that texting and looking down and reading where head is always forward. Let's first of all teach the chin to come in, out, in, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Notice the difference, forward, back. Good. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Shoulders up, look up. Drop them, look forward. One more. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Little bit of a stretch. Notice the hand that's in front on the cheek, the back of the hand, that's the direction I'm stretching. This hand is just helping guide a little bit. Little stretch, no pain at all. And relax. Other side. Full stretch, just a little bit. You may notice one side is a little better than the other. I was a little looser this way than I was this way. Something to observe, maybe something to work on, and relax. Cross the hands to take the shoulders out of it, and big neck circles. Elongate your neck. Be like one of those bobbleheads in the car, you know, we used to have on the front dash, and the head would just bobble. Just be one of those for a moment. Elongate your neck. Stretch. Breathe. Reverse it. Come to center. Clap the hands. Make some heat. My hands are nice and toasty. You ready? Press on the hands. Press together the palms. Then take the palms, feed the eyes. When you're ready, 2 fingers, index and the next finger, go up the bridge of the nose, over third eye, out to temples. Wipe. One more. Wipe. Then I'm going to lower my microphone so I can do this with you. Come down the bridge of the nose, under cheekbones, and get those ears. Pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Pinch and pull away from the head. From the top all the way down to the bottom, pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Then, one more little thing. It's so wonderful. I've been doing a lot of this work. Put your finger, see this little ridge right here? You're going to put your fingers on that ridge on each side and just make circles. Make circles one way. Oh, just so good. Make circles the other way. Just moving them, just in a gentle circle. This is all I'm doing. I'm just kind of moving the skin
close. Hands like shower heads.
Back up. Hands like shower heads, just bathing the body in chi. We're just going to do one pass today to close. Just feel the hands, palms towards the body, wanding through the body, aligning the chakras, aligning the 3 energy gates. Remember, you've got golden ball, go around golden ball. And then just one more back to heart. Thank you.